So we received a new expansion in for Distilled, Cask Strength, aged for maximum complexity, enhanced international flavor, small batch, 55 cards. So I figured, seeing as we got this new expansion, why not try out the solo mode with the new expansion, because it's supposed to make the game a little heavier, but also a little easier getting stuff. So see how that goes. Alright, so here we are. We have Distilled set up for the solo play. We also have this over here. The lighting's not the greatest, but I'm making do with the setup that I have. I'm going to go over the game, and then I'll go over the solo stuff. I will also show you what is different with the Cask Strength, because I've basically added everything into here. Alright, so for starters, if you don't know how to play Distilled, you are going to be gathering ingredients. You're going to be putting them in your wash back. You're going to be mixing them up, taking off the top card, the bottom card, to make spirits. The spirit recipes are right here on my board. To do these spirits, I need to unlock them. The top 3 are copper, which cost me 2 to unlock, and then the next 4 are silver, which cost me 4. I start being able to do moonshine, vodka, and my signature recipe. How to do my signature recipe, I need to get my special ingredient, which is Dobrowa potatoes. And to do that, once I distill a spirit, I put something up here, unlocks that, goes in my pantry, and then I do the recipe as such. That is the base of the game. You're going to get spirit points and money to do all that. What the expansion adds is quite a few things. One, we have some new upgrades into here. And we have the dynamic market, and we have switched out all the sugar ingredients. If you'll notice on this card, there's this big D symbol. That denotes the expansion materials. So all of the sugars in the deck have been replaced with ones that have special abilities when you use them now. So they cost a little bit more, but they give you more stuff. The dynamic market. So I'll flip this over. This will start taking effect in round 2. In round 2, this top card will become active, and then the one below it will be what we're doing in the next round. So in this instance, we have shipping troubles on the Atlantic, so plant sugars and distillery upgrades are going to cost 1 extra. The grain sugars are going to be 1 less, and then if I sell from the Americas, I get 2 extra coins. If I sell from Africa, I believe that is 1 extra coin. Simple enough. That's what that adds. As I said, the distillery upgrades, there's 4 of those. And then in our flavor deck, we shuffled in 4 new flavors. And what they do is if they're in your aged spirit and you reveal them, you can then switch out one of these spirits in your distilling with one from the top of the deck. I don't know if we'll really see that one because the only aged spirit I have on this tasting flight is whiskey. With all that being said, that covers all the basics of the game. In the solo version, you have this little barrel-shaped board over here. Ignore this for now, this is a goal swap card. What's going to happen is you're going to see if you accomplish any of these goals. If you do accomplish it, then you normally put a little coin. I'm going to put a little cube above it, and that will then unlock the 2 above it. This goes up, and you have to try and accomplish those. In order to win the solo mode, you need to accomplish a goal from every row, and then your target score is the B card that you accomplished, plus the A card, is what your final score needs to be. But we start at C, and we have an unlocked ending. The first 2 is Distill an Aged Spirit. Again, that's going to be kind of hard, seeing as I don't have any except for whiskey. Or distill your signature recipe. Alright, simple enough. With all that being said, I think we are going to get started. Because I am Svetlana Yakovlevna, I'm not going to say the name anymore. I started with 2 coins and a water in my pantry, and then my signature sugar is off to the side. The signature recipe is plant sugars, and I need a metal barrel, which we do start with. And it needs to have 2 plant sugars into it, and it must include those potatoes. I think that's about it. so we will go ahead and get started. Two things I didn't mention. So you have your basic market down here. You can purchase up to only 2 cards of those per round. And then instead of a normal cleanup, which would be discarding the ends of the row, instead we are going to discard this card, look at the next grid, and those are the cards that will get pushed off to the truck. And that will mimic that cleanup, and then that will be it. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to start off by doing our 2 basics to get 2 yeast. Every time you get a yeast, you get a coin. I am then going to spend my 4 coins to get this anise, which is, so cost me 4, that's down here. With this is in my distillation, it'll give me a coin. However, after distillation, if this card is in the spirit stack, which is what you're making your spirit with, add a basic plant sugar to your card, to your pantry. I'm mainly doing that because I know I want plant sugar to do her signature recipe. So there's that. I am out of money. These slide down. This flips over. So I think that's all I'm going to do for now because I'm out of money. I already got my 2 basic ingredients. So now we are going to go into the market cleanup. So we discard this. So this one's going away and this one. Then we're getting rid of the ends and the 2 at the end. So everything slides down and we refill. I will say I am playing with some upgraded stuff. I am playing with the playmat that we got extra, and I believe my distiller is actually one of the promo ones that doesn't come in the normal set. Alright, so now we are into our distill phase. So you need to have at least a sugar, you need to have water, and you need to have yeast. I think I'm only going to put in 1 yeast though. Then for every sugar you have in there, you add an alcohol. You then grab these and you kind of mix them up, kind of shuffle them as best you can. Doing all that. And doop-de-doop-de-doo. And then we take the top and the bottom. Unfortunately, my anise came out, but that does give me a plant sugar for next time, so we're all good there. So we have water and alcohol. We put it in my barrel, and then we consult our table. Well, if there's no sugars, which there are none, I technically made moonshine. So I claim this label, like so. Then we go into the sell phase. So we are going to look at this, and we are going to sell our moonshine. So we're going to get 1, 2, 3 coins there. Look over here for moonshine. That's 2 more, so that's 5. And during the sell phase, sell each pair for 2 more. So that's 2, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So we went into 5, 6, and 7. Then the barrel comes back. I get 1 spirit point, which is the points in this game that you need to accomplish. My alcohol goes away. My water goes away. So I need to make sure I get water next turn. And now I have this spirit label that I can put anywhere up here. And I'm going to actually do my signature ingredient, seeing as I know I need that to accomplish this gold card. And I want to start moving those up because I only have 7 rounds. That started at 2 for some reason. There we go. Ignore this symbol for the solo game. Normally you would have distillery goals that you're trying to accomplish on your own. Instead, that's why I have this board. Alright, so that was the sell phase. I did all that. Age phase, I have nothing to age. End of round. There are no spirit awards in a solo game. I did sell. I moved the round marker forward. The first player would pass if we did it. And at the end of the round, we discard down to 2 goals. Alright, so that's it. So we've accomplished our first one. So now I'm going to just kind of shove that up. So now we have our first one of the shipping troubles on the Atlantic. So in this one, plant sugars are going to cost an extra one, and so will distillery upgrades, which I just noticed the Moonshiner came out, and he's one of the upgraded bits. However, when I sell from green or yellow, I get extra money, and that. Alright, so unfortunately, plant sugars cost more, but that is what I really want to push for this one. But I think we're going to start off by buying a fancy bottle, which I think I just realized I forgot to add the bottle. So when you sell it, you're supposed to add the bottle as well. So I technically should have one more coin. So, but we are buying this frosted glass bottle. For the one, we are going ahead and grab a water because we're going to need that. And when purchased, I can reveal the top card of any market deck to all players. Either purchase it or put it at the bottom. Let's go ahead and look at the top one here. So that's going to be corn. It would cost 5. I could just buy this for a future recipe, because I'm probably going to want to unlock some other stuff down here. So do I want to get this one for 5? That would be most of my money, but I do want to get those potatoes. So now I'm going to pass on the corn. Like such. So I'll put the water off to the side to make sure I remember I've only done 1. Let's go ahead and spend 5. It's a little pricey, but let's get the potatoes. Like such. So I have 1. Probably should have tried to grab the turbo yeast, but I'll hold off. And we are going to spend that last 1 on the plant sugar. Normally it's free, but I'm assuming it gets added 1 because everything costs +1. Oh, that's plant sugar, so that goes up here. Again, I am out of money, so I think we are just going to go into the market cleanup. Market cleanup, so we discard this. So we go the ends, and ooh, 3 this time. This one, which is good because I don't really care about the barrels right now. Oh, I never refilled. All right, so barrel, mason jar. Would have liked that mason jar, but that, and that. Alrighty, so the designer bottle, that is a promo card as well. There's that. We go into the distillation. We got our yeast. We got our water. And let's load up on our sugars. I'm going to put all 4 in there. There's that, which gives us, for every sugar, 1, 2, 3, and 4 alcohol. Mainly because I want to try and dilute this as much as I can, so I can make sure to get at least the 2 plant sugars in here to make my signature recipe. Shuffle them up. Shuffly, shuffly, shuffly. Man, plant sugars are on a discount next turn. That's alright. Maybe I'll unlock maybe the cachaça. That's always nice to have. So if I do get my signature recipe done, it will not be from one of these regions because it'll take on the region that I'm from, so it'll actually be a red region. Alright, so top one, potatoes, bottom one, that. So I do still have 2 plant sugars, fortunately. So let's just kind of lay this out here. We put my barrel on it. And we are doing the signature recipe. So let me pull that out here. My Katroska vodka. So, did all that. Add the barrel. Now we do the sell phase. So we are going to add my frosted glass bottle to it. I'm going to remember to do the bottle this time. And then we sell. So we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. This is 1, so that's 12, and her special power is 2, so that is 14. 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We look over here, I have distilled my signature recipe. So that unlocks the 2 cards above it. So now I should be able to do the next one as well if I can. I didn't see anywhere where you can only do 1 goal per round because that would be kind of hard as you're moving up. So let's see how many spirit points I got. If this is selling a non-aged spirit, gain 2, 2, 6, 7. So I got 7 for that one. So look at my 2 here, earn 8 or more in a round. I didn't. I did earn 8 or more coins. So we'll accomplish this one. So we did this one, we did this one. So now we are working our way up to here, where I have to collect 3 bottles used for spirits of the matching region, or collect 3 spirit labels of the same spirit type. Which I will get into all that here in a moment. So we did our sell. Scored spirit points, get the spirit label bonus. Well, first off, this will just go off to the side for set collection at the end of the game. My metal barrel comes back here. The plant sugars just get discarded out of the game, so I don't get them again. Let's see what else we got. We got the water, we got the yeast, the anise. After distillation, if discarding your spirit stack, add a basic plant sugar to your pantry. Done. That gets discarded, and all this alcohol goes away. Alright, so now I have a lot of money, and now I can put this up here. So I can get 5 money. I can discard a card from the pantry, take any 1 card from the truck. I can get 1 free ingredient, a free recipe, a free item, or a free upgrade. Let's take a look at these upgrades. Alright, so I was looking at these goals, and this needs either 5 non-vodka spirit labels that require grain sugars. So I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left, so I need to focus on grain sugars, or collect 3 gold tier spirit labels. I have no gold tier, so that is not going to be feasible. So I'm going to have to look at trying to do this one. So I should try and look at the grain stuff. So I'm actually going to come up here and unlock a free recipe. And I am going to unlock my whiskey. Because looking at how I want to get up there, I'm probably going to try and do the sell 2 spirits in a single round, which means I'm going to have to age the whiskey and then sell another one. So I'm probably going to have to use this swap card to get that over here, then hope that I can accomplish one of those 2. So that is my plan. In fact, let's just go ahead and use that full swap now. And there's that. So I'm going to be trying to do the sell 2 spirits in a single round. Alright, so we have done the sell phase. I have no age phase. So we move this forward, and I'm going to be shooting for whiskey, so I need a lot of grain. Which, unfortunately, is going to cost more, as is the barrel. So that is not great for me in the future. Alright, let's get into that next round. Start of round, nothing happens. So this comes up, so grains are going to cost an extra 1. That wood barrel's going to cost an extra 1. And I'm not going to be making any money because I'm not going to be selling anything. Alright. So that American Standard barrel is 5. The normal wood one's 4. But so that's going to be 6. Good thing I got all that money. So let's go ahead and start by doing 6 to get the American Standard barrel. So the main reason I'm doing that one is it will give me a coin back when it is aging. Put that down there. So I need the grains. I think I need water too, don't I? Yeah, I don't have any water. So let's grab the water. And we'll look at the top ingredient. Maybe it's a grain. It's not. So that rice is a grain. 3, that'd be 4. So we'll get the rice. Wheat, that'd be another 5. I don't have that much. But let's go ahead and grab a yeast, which gives me a coin. And then we'll spend the 5 coins to get that wheat. And hope that I get lucky. So there's all of that done. Market refresh. Right there. So these 2 go away, these 2, and these 2. There's that, and that. Refill. And alright. So that was the market cleanup. Now we go to the still phase. So I'm going to put in both yeasts, put in my water. And so it can't have any plant sugar. So unfortunately, I can't put my plant sugar into it. So I will put my grain in there, which gives me 2 alcohol. And I need to get lucky. Alright, just remembered about a rule. When you do, at the beginning of the distillation phase, you can turn in one of your ingredients for one of equal value. So the mixed plants is normally 1. I am going to trade in my grain is worth 1 now. So that'd be an extra 1, which also gives me the extra alcohol. So I can also do that with the potatoes in a future round. I can turn it in and possibly grab an ingredient or a basic ingredient for that cost. You just can't do it on items. Alright. Top card, my water, yeast. Cool, so I don't have to worry about those next turn. So now we look, and I do have the grain in there. After distillation, if this card is in the spirit stack, add a basic grain card to your pantry. Done. Wheat. When selling, earn 1 per each yeast card included. I'm only going to have 1, but I'm not selling it yet. So this goes in my wood barrel, like so. And then this is going to be a whiskey, so I grab that label and pop it on top for right now. So that was the distill phase. Sell phase, I'm not selling anything. Now the aged phase. So this goes down here. We take a flavor card face down and stick it underneath, like so. And that's that. Now, the end of round. So I didn't sell, so I can turn up to 4 spirit points in for 4 coins, which I'm going to do. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because I do need some spending power, at least somewhat, to maybe get something to help me get more coins. So that's the end of the round. We look at our gold cards. I did not collect 3 spirit labels of the same spirit type, and I've not sold 2 spirits in a single round yet. Alright, so then we get to start a round, market phase. So now, plants cost an extra 1, wheat is cheaper, as is distillery upgrades. Yeah, I only sold the once, and I didn't actually sell anything there, so we're still good. Whiskey is a wherever I'm from, so red. So it's going to be, it's going to give me 2 extra this round. So I'm good with selling it this round. So I think I'm going to start by buying a recipe cube of aquavit, because I do have those plant sugars still in there. And this one also needs grain, so that would satisfy the 5 non-vodka spirit labels that require grain sugars. So that leaves me with 2. I would have liked to get this half bottle. I'm hoping they don't get rid of it, so we're just going to hold off on that. Because this isn't even a red. It's a red. But I would be selling the whiskey with it, wouldn't I? So the carton bottles too. Let's go ahead and buy that carton bottle. So we're going to spend the 2 for the carton bottle, like so. And then let's go ahead. We have no money. We still can do our 2 basic. We do have water and yeast already. The aquavit just needs any of those, just no fruit sugar, which is fine. I have no fruit to put in there. Let's go ahead and grab a yeast so I can get a coin. And let's grab another grain just in case it stays in there, because then I can be ready to go for next round, because I'll probably maybe try and unlock the soju next, because that just needs grain. Alright, so there's that. Now we go into market cleanup. Yep, I did all that. So, gone, 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 and gone. Then gone, gone, gone. They really like getting rid of that item row. Alrighty, refill. And the grapes, and the corn, and the spirit safe, and the natural spring. Distillation time. So we have our yeast. We have our water. Let's go ahead and put in all of our sugars so we can get a bunch of alcohol in there. Save that yeast. So that is 4 sugars. So that gives me 4 alcohol. I'm not trading anything in this time because I'm going for the aquavit, so it doesn't matter if I have plant or wheat. Shuffle this up like so. Keep going. There's just so much fruit sugar out there, and I don't need the fruit sugar. Let's see. We are going to remove a plant sugar and an alcohol. Alright, with alcohol being in my pantry, in future turns, I can use that as water or yeast. So I do have sugars in here. Potatoes will have a special power when I sell. So let's go ahead and put a barrel on here, like so. That was the distill. Now the sell. So let's go ahead and start with this aquavit. So we have how much money? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 money. Nothing down here, but she does give me 2. Did I put a bottle? Nope. There's my bottle. Keep forgetting the bottle. So she gives me 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 money. Let's trade that in for a 10. After selling, you may immediately purchase one item at a 1 coin discount. Huh? You know what? Let's go ahead and spend 4 with that discount. And then another discount for that, I'm assuming, still in effect. And let's buy the corn. Now, spirit points. We get 1. And then aquavit is 3, so that's 4. So I got my 4 back that I spent last round. Metal barrel comes back here. The grain sugars go back. The potatoes go to the truck. The water, the alcohol, the yeast, and the glass bottle is my starting item, so that goes back to my storeroom as well. Now I can sell another one. Actually, I placed this first, I believe. Let's go ahead and get a... That is so much fruit sugar out there. Let's go ahead and go with a free upgrade. And we're going to grab the trucker. At the start of the round, I can purchase 1 card from the truck, which is basically the discards. So there's that one. Now I'm going to sell my whiskey. So we're going to throw a bottle on there. We're going to throw the carton bottle, and that all should have been upside down. I messed up. Whatever. It's still good. All right. So she lets me sell it for 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then plus 1 for every yeast, 9, 10. So that's going to be 10 coins. Like that. Now, spirit points. If selling a red one, which it's mine, so it takes on that persona, so it was, so that's 2, 3, 4, 5. Anything else? Give me something. 5. And then 1 flavor card, so that is 6 points. 14. Alright, so I have sold 2 spirits in a single round. Done. So that flips over this card and this card. Sell a spirit containing 3 alcohol or more. 1, 2, I had 3 alcohol or more. Done. So now I need to try and collect 5 non-vodka spirit labels that require grain sugars. So far I will be at 2. So my next 3 that I do will have to be that. Did I move this? I sold 1, 2. This is my 3rd selling. Yes, I did. Because I need 1, 2. This will come up here. 3 more rounds. 1, 2, 3. I think I forgot to move it. Yeah, because I unlocked that. Yeah, I forgot to move it. Alright. So that is selling. This comes over here. This gets discarded. The alcohol goes away. Those get discarded, and this goes under the flavors. Yeast, grain sugar. All right, so there's my money. Here's my whiskey. And we can put that up here. I can get a free item. I can get a free ingredient. So I know I'm going to want to unlock probably soju next time because that also has wheat. So soju is a red location. That half bottle, you know what? Go ahead and give me a free item. And give me this free half bottle like that. I think I forgot to give myself all these bonuses, didn't I? So 1, 2, 3, and we'll retroact to 3 coins. I just got so excited completing them. That 3 coins would have helped before. Alright, so now we will move on. So end of round. So I am looking at doing that 5. So 1, 2, 3. I have 3 labels left, so all those have to be grain. So I'm just focusing on grain, which isn't helpful with the market being a bunch of fruit sugar. So, start of round. I may purchase a card from the truck. So let me go ahead and look here. I'll probably be grabbing a grain. So that wheat wasn't too bad. The rice gives me stuff. Any other grains? When selling, earn 1 for each other grain. Yeah, let's go ahead and grab the barley. So that will cost me 5. So that was the start of the round. Let's go up to here. I think that actually happens beforehand. Let me check my cards. The second round on before. So that would have happened. So that would have cost me 1 extra. And then bottles will cost 1 extra. Fruit sugars are -1. I did not grab my extra 4 for that. This expansion adds a bit more things that you're having to pay attention to that maybe you don't normally. Alright. I think I'm all caught up with all of my mess ups. So I did my start of round, so now we are into the market phase. Alright, so we are going to open up the shoju, which costs 2. To get that, and I do need grains for it. I need at least 2. I have 2 in here right now. That all, I'm going to wait till that gets gone. So I'll probably just get a couple of mixed grains from here. They don't cost anything extra. So those will be my 2 basic purchases. Bottles do cost extra though. Doesn't look like any of those really do anything for me per se. So, but we will probably still buy one. So 5 and give me 1 back because it'll cost 4. We're just going to buy the wrapped bottle. Now, moonshine jug. And I think that's going to be it because we're just going to try for that soju. Let's try and not mess up stuff in my head this time. Alright, so I forgot to get water, but fortunately I have alcohol. I can stand in for my water. I do have a yeast. And then the shoju does not want any plant sugars. We're going to leave that plant sugar out. I'm not going to turn it in yet. So we're going to go 4. So that gives me 4 alcohol. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And these special powers is when selling, earn 1 for each other grain, sugar included, and a point for each other grain. So I'm hoping that both of those, or those grains, stay in. Max of 3 on both of them. So I should have no problem making the soju, because even if 2 come out, I have 4 in there. And I forgot to move this again. There we go, because we have 3 rounds left, because there's 7 labels up here. You can only ever do 1 per round. 7 rounds, you should have a label on each if you distilled each round. Which you should always be able to, because you can always make moonshine or vodka, no matter what comes up. So 1 grain sugar and an alcohol came out. I'll have to remember to make sure I grab a yeast or a water next time. So both of these are when selling. So we'll do this. We'll put our barrel on it, like so. And I know I'm going to be doing my bottle. And this will be soju. So grab that. Did not do the market cleanup though. which is very vital. Yes, it's getting rid of all of that fruit sugar, which makes me happy. Slide over, slide over. Barrel, barrel, barrel. Grain, water stuff. There we go. All right. Nice. All right, so now I can do the selling now that I did the market cleanup. In my distilling, add the barrel, got my label, sell. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Like that. Now the spirit points, 2, 5, 6, 7, 10. 10 spirit points. The reason for that is the corn was a spirit point for each other one. I have, wait, it's each other, so it should have only actually been 2 and 2. I thought it was for all of them. All right, so there we go. Save that bottle. Barrel goes back. Alcohol goes back. Alcohol goes back. Grain sugar, yeast, and those go away. So sell phase, done. I get to put the soju up here. I'm going to use that to go ahead and get a free ingredient. And I already have alcohol, which could be anything. Let's go ahead and add the mountain spring water. So I make sure I have water and yeast next time so I don't forget. So that's that. Age phase, we're not doing that. End of round. No, 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 no. Move that forward as I keep forgetting. I don't have any more of the goals because I'm looking for that 5 labels. So I won't get that till the end of the game. So if I get that one, add those two together, that's 80. I'm looking at having to score 90 points. And right now I am at 26. Her signature recipe really wasn't worth as much as most of them are. Plus, usually aging stuff is really where you get your big points from. So this might be a little hard, although there is some end-of-game scoring with the bottles and such. All right, so start of round. I can purchase a card from the truck if I so choose, but first we do this. And I didn't take my 2 again. I'm telling you, that dynamic market's the one that it just throws me for a loop, having to remember that during the sell phase as well. All right, so bottled juice recipe discovered. So grains cost an extra, fruits don't, bottles don't. All right, so I can buy from the truck. All right, I think I'm going to try for one more whiskey. So I'm going to spend 7 with my trucker to purchase a card from the truck, and I'm going to grab this ex-bourbon hogshead barrel. So yes, my focus for this one will be the whiskey, so I need 2 or more grain sugars. Right now I got 1. They do cost more, but I do have an abundance of money. So let's go ahead and do the sorghum. So that's going to cost me 4. The next one. So rye is when selling, earn a coin for each water card included, or the millet is after selling. You may immediately purchase 1 ingredient at a 1 discount, huh? I think I'm going to buy the rye for 5. And so I have my water. Should I get the yeast? So I have a bunch of grain in there. That grain will cost me 1. Do I have a good bottle for my whiskey? Not yet per se, but maybe one will come up. So let's go ahead and grab, let's grab 2 mixed grain, or 2 grain sugars. I spent 2 because they're +1. That was my 2 basic. Is there anything else I want to buy up here? That. So the Tropical Warehouse is during the sell phase. This counts as 1 additional flavor card, when adding aged spirit flavor bonus. Well, I know I'm about to do one of those, so let's go ahead and spend the money on that one. So we get the tropical warehouse up here, like so. And I think I'm going to end there because I need to have some money for next round, because if I do a whiskey, I'm not going to be getting any money from selling. And I'm preferring not to turn any points in, and I won't be able to put anything there on the 5. So I basically have the 4 for next turn, which I think is fine. It'll be fine. So market cleanup first. These go away. All 3 of these go away. Front and back go away. I will say I did not advance the difficulty in this. For the expansion, they do suggest to add the difficulty because of how much this gives you. But I honestly haven't played the solo until right now. So I figured it's my first game. Let's not increase the difficulty. Let's give myself an advantage with this whole new stuff. So that was a market cleanup. Now we're into the distill phase. So we put in our water. Our alcohol is going to be our yeast. We're going to ignore the plant sugar because we want just grain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, do I want to put them all in there though? So I'm going to keep one out for next round. So that's going to be 4. So for alcohol, 1, 2, 3, and 4. That and that. Now we shuffle it up. So yeah, so base distilled is pretty quick. You don't really have to read many of the cards or do anything. The expansion definitely adds that whole level of the sugars are all doing something. You have this dynamic market to make sure you pay attention to. So it definitely adds that extra layer of strategy and thinking to the game. So far I'm really liking the expansion though. It adds that extra flavor to where it doesn't feel so samey. Even though they have all the flight cards, now you have this dynamic market that's changing. Your sugars can help you with your strategy. So we get the alcohol and the alcohol. So it still does have some alcohol. So when selling, not selling it yet. After distillation, if this card is in the spirit stack, add an alcohol to your pantry. And ingredient water. If removed from the spirit stack, it wasn't. So I don't have to worry about that. This goes into my barrel. Sell phase. Not selling anything. This is going to be a whiskey though. Alright, now we're going to the age phase. So I add a flavor. And then because of my barrel and aging for the first time, add an additional flavor card. So we are that way. Now, do I want to get any coins? You know what? We're going to go back 2 points. We get 2 coins. So somehow I'm going to have to score like 40-some points. That's going to be a little rough. Alrighty, so now we are into the beginning. So this comes up here. So plant costs and all the items and the fruit sugars are cheaper. And none of the stuff I'm going to sell is going to give me more money. That is fine. Alright, so we are going to buy from the truck. I don't have much money. Was there a good grain sugar that wasn't too expensive? Where's the one that gave me extra points? So that's 5, so that'd be almost all my money. Let's do it. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll probably just go for the aquavit, seeing as I can put my last plant sugar in there also. So I do have alcohol, it can be my water and my yeast. So we have the 1 coin. Let's just go ahead and grab 2 grain sugars, and that'll be it for this. And we're going to go crazy. Alright. Market cleanup. These go away. These go away. These go away. We are in the final round. I kept forgetting to move that down. It is nice, though, that when you know that you distilled every turn, that the labels are kind of a countdown for you as well. And now that you got the dynamic market 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you know you're at round 7 as well. All right, so distillation. Alcohol there. Sure, let's make it an extra water. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sugars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is going to be a very overproofed aquavit. We might even get to a soju if we pull out the 1 plant sugar. Probably should have just left that, although this is blue, so that will give me an extra coin. So here we go. And alcohol out and alcohol out. Go figure. So now we put a barrel. We have the aquavit. So we grab the aquavit label like so. All right, do any of these fancy things do other things? That's just when selling, which I'm about to do. All right, so aquavit is a blue. Nope, none of those do good, so I'll just put my regular item bottle on it. So first we do the coins. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yep, just the 12. 10, 11, 12. Alright, now we're going to do the spirit points when selling. Gain 1 for each other grain. So that's 1, 2, 3, which is its max. So that's 3, 5, 6, 7. 7 points. There's that. And none of this. Alright, so let's just get rid of these really quick. Wrap bottle goes over there. Barrel. We're going to throw my bottle there so I remember. Alcohol. Grain sugars and plant sugar. Let's go ahead and put this up here and we're just going to get the 2 points. Now we are going to sell our whiskey down here. Alrighty, so first we do coins. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, wait, I got one of the special ones. When selling, you may replace one other. Well, I don't want to replace it, so it doesn't really help. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't think I did this time. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's the 12. And now spirit points. So I have 2. The Tropical Warehouse adds a 3. So it says if I have 3, so that's going to be 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's 10. That's 43. I missed the rise when selling. Earn 1 for each water card included. I think I only have the 1 water card, so it's only 1 extra coin. Bottle is my starter. Barrel goes away. Flavors. Alcohols. Discards. Grain sugars. And another ingredient. Alright, so we come over to our goals. Well, first we're going to put our whiskey on our thing to get 2 points, and then our goal is we accomplished the 5 vodka. For 5 non-vodka, that needed grain. We have 2 aquavit, 2 whiskey, and the soju. Alright, so let's go ahead and do the end game scoring. So first, if I had any spirits still in my warehouse, I would score those. I do not. Then we have, let me bring this up here. Then we have the bottle collection. I have 2 from the same region, which gives me 2 points. I do not have at least 1 from 3 different regions. I only have the 2 different regions because that bottle had no region. Distillery upgrades. So the Tropical Warehouse gives me 1. The trucker is I reveal the top card from the ingredient draw deck and gain points equal to its value. Or to its coins up here, which is just 1 point there. Distillery goals, none. Money at 5 to a 1 ratio, so 2, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I ended up at 54, and I need to get to 90. So I was quite a bit off from the final score. Again, this was my first solo play. I don't think her signature recipe really lent well to that. And I kind of probably rushed some of these where I probably should have had whiskeys just fermenting in there to get those flavors. Because the flavors really seem to be your big push for points. Your flavors and then a lot of the other signature recipes. Hers just really helped me get more coins throughout the game to try and buy stuff. I also the pisco down here needed fruit, and none of these lended itself to fruit either. These gold cards, so that kind of hindered things as well, I think. The gold cards kind of stopped me from maybe going for some more points here. Alright, but I hope you enjoyed that. Again, this was with the Cask Strength expansion, which added the dynamic market, changed up all of the sugars, added some couple of upgrades, and thought there was one other thing. Where's my cards? The dynamic market, the upgraded premium ingredients, the distillery upgrades, and the flavors. So it does come with little instruction cards on all of that. You can go ahead and check out the Paverson Games website to see how to pre-order that right now. But with all that being said, I will add, if you could go ahead and like, subscribe, comment, share, and ring the bell for the channel. Check out our link down below to join our Patreon, and look for our podcast where podcasts are found. Until next time, I am the Groom, and it's now time to go partake in some of my delicacies.